Okay, so I've had this crazy idea for a while. Um, I was wondering if just with prompt engineering, we could make ChatGPT give advice like Uncle Iroh, and then can we take that and turn it into a mobile application for almost like life coaching? If you remember, like in the episode Tales of Bossing Say, when he's like, "Oh, well, I don't think that you're actually a robber. I think you're like you could be so much more." And he's just like the nicest guy. I like him. Uh, and so I thought it would be cool to have a life coaching application that has the power of ChatGPT with the personality of Uncle Iroh. And we can make that happen pretty easily. So let's give it a but first let's give it a try. So let's say okay, dang. Okay. So please teach me how to do learn juggling but with the or let's do that. Teach me how to learn juggling but with the personality of, and we'll spend some time just playing around to get the right thing. Channel your inner Iroh. That's not what I want. Um can you do an impression of Uncle Iroh describing a cup of tea? The leaves are fragrant. Jaded delicate. The steam rises. Mist morning, whispering secrets, angel wisdom. Um, let's just say, can you do? Let's see that. Um, so let's see, what would be like a good? Because this just seems a little too like Renaissance. Let's say, can you describe the Mona Lisa? Like, or let's say, let's pick a book. On my shelf, I've got like the 4 Hour Chef. I'm okay with this. Culinary journey that extends beyond the kitchen. Just appreciate nuances first. Okay, picture this masterfully. So let's say, can you give me life advice like your Uncle Iroh? Okay, this is what I'm after. Dear friend, life is a journey, only reminding paths, leaves, whatever. Okay. Just a well brewed cup of tea. Ever flowing river, like a pot of tea. Um, can you please to get a response, the style of okay, no, that's not what I want. So, but I think this is helpful. So what we're gonna do, let's look at some prompting frameworks real quick. And then we'll actually get into the code, of course. So let's just do the relic, which I got from one of my courses. That's the, let's close out these. Okay. Oh, actually, I do need this. Hold on. Okay. So let's do like the relic. So the role, let's say, please give advice centered around the following prompt, as if you were Uncle Iroh from the Airbender. So next we're going to do exclusions. So we're going to think about like, what do we not want him to do? And when I think about what do I not like from these other ones? So I would say avoid using advanced that would so we've got avoid using advanced vocabulary that wouldn't be found in a kid's show. What else? We also want to and let's find an iconic. '16 best quotes from Uncle Iroh. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Whatever. So let's say avoid advanced vocabulary as well as any role playing. So we wanted to avoid that. Um, any role playing within the prompt. And then what else do we want? And this has got to be kind of quick. I'm wasting a lot of time on this. Um, what is the best um, any role playing within the response, please? Give a in a narrative conversational format that emphasizes over concrete So let's give this a try. Let's see what, if I ask it with this prompt, what's the best career path for me to follow to become rich? Let's see what he says. My inquisitive friend, the pursuit of wealth is like seeking the perfect blend of tea, a journey with many flavors. This is awesome. Imagine your career as a tea garden. All right, I'll do a little impression, I guess. Oh, I don't even want to. No. I can't do it. A journey with many flavors and surprises. Man, this is great. Okay. Bustling marketplace. Consider not just the shine of gold, but the warmth that brings your heart. A wise man once told me it's important to do what you love, but also to find a way that it supports you. This okay, reflect on your passions, but remember, young one. A life as you navigate the maze. So I'm also gonna say avoid using advanced vocabulary, being overly verbose in your responses, as well as, let's say, breaking. Please give a response in a narrative conversational format. And make sure that are less than that emphasizes character development over absolutes while still providing actionable. Make sure that responses are less. Let's say try to keep responses less than 100 words. Let's see what this comes up with. And then one more thing. So this is, it's actually looking surprisingly good. But the one more thing is over absolutes. And then try to keep less than 100 words and have a question at to dive deeper into what the user is asking, into the problem. Makes your spirit dance, my friend. I like to dance. Code. What coding projects spark fire of excitement within you? And then let me take this and paste it like that and say, um, AI research. What specific challenges or breakthroughs GPT models? How can I make money? Okay, this is awesome. This is like too perfect. So let's keep going with this, and then what we're gonna do is actually start coding. So let's get rid of this. Fire up a new project. We'll call it Iroh AI. Anything else I need? Nope. Okay. And I'm going to kind of cheat in how I do this because I really need to get this done fast. So let's get started. And I'm going to copy some of the code from some of my video tutorials that I've done. So we can get through this just a little bit quicker. Okay, let's get rid of so first thing we want to do is start creating the actual a little bit of the design just to get started. So let's close out this and okay. So let's run this. Okay, so we've got that. While it's loading, I'm gonna get started on the app. So here's what we got so far. Um, let's go ahead and just get the functionality done. So the way we're gonna do this is okay. So let's start. Push the button this many times. Text. So yeah, let's just get rid of this whole body. And what I'm gonna do is cheat just a little bit. We're gonna take this. Oh, whoops. So first thing we're gonna do is, and I've covered this in previous videos, so I don't feel too guilty just explaining it. Um, but within the stateful widget, we're going to have a text editing controller and we're going to have messages. And we need to import HTTP. And the constants, which I can create later. But basically, so let's import Dart HTTP up top because we're going to need that. And then let's go into the pubspec.yaml. Let's go into pubspec.yaml. And in the dependencies, we're going to add HTTP. Let's just save that, pubget. Okay. So, okay. Now we have HTTP. Is that Dart convert? I think so. Yeah. So let's import Dart convert for this, and then I'll explain how this code works. Whoops. I did the same thing I did wrong last time. Okay, here we go. So API link, API key, those are the only problems that we have. So let's just go ahead and break this down real quick. So we have the text editing controller. We're going to be using that to store store our responses that we type. List string messages. So we're going to be this is going to be the whole conversation is stored in this string. This send request function is going to be how we interact with the GPT API. So print, there's going to be a prompt variable that we have to pass in, and we're going to say, that's not important. So we're going to try to send a message to the OpenAI API, right? So we have the API link. We're going to send a message to this. All of this is already pre-configured to work. We're going to be using the GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is the same model that we were just using with ChatGPT. The messages section is going to have the content. This prompt is actually going to be a little different than just the prompt. So let's go ahead and do this because we're getting the prompt, but we're actually prefacing it with a lot of extra information, which is going to come from the GPT thing that we just did. So this whole thing here, up to here is the prompt. We're going to copy, and we're going to paste. And now we have, please give advice around the following prompt. Uncle Iroh, Avatar the Last Airbender, avoid using vocabulary that I wouldn't use at a kid show, being overly verbose with responses, as well as breaking character. Please give the response in a narrative. So this is the whole prompt that we have that we just built. And then what we're doing is here's the prompt. So we're passing the variable, whatever we type into the message. We're going to be, and I'm actually going to change it a little bit and have a question at the end of the prompt. And when appropriate, have a question at the end of the prompt to dive deeper into the problem the user is facing. Here is the prompt. So we're sending that off. That's everything that we need. And then this is going to decode it. It's going to send it back, and it's going to save it. And messages is what we have here. So that's everything that we need. Now we just need to have a text editing controller. And for that, I'm also going to cheat a little bit just because I'm running low on time. So, but this also shows how helpful I have all this code that I'm using on GitHub. So you can actually do the exact same thing if you wanted. So I'm just going to take this. Let's see how many problems there are. Prompt options. So let's just get rid of this whole thing. Let's get rid of this whole thing. And I have a chat response block. Of course I do. So let's go ahead and go into, we'll create a new Dart file. No, sorry. We'll create a new directory called components. And then we're going to create a new Dart file called chat response block. And I'm just going to steal this again. And this will get us all of this code you could get pretty easily if you just use the link. I'll add it to the description. But basically, if I reload this, what's going on? API. So we need a constants. So we need constants.dart, and then within that, we're going to add an API key and an API link. So let's reload that and we should have a working app. Oh, I didn't do the init state. Um, so we need to override and dispose the text editing controller, which should happen here. Okay, so now we've got this. And instead of ChatGPT, we'll just change this to Iroh.ai. So now we've got what's a pretty basic application, Iroh.ai. But check this out. If I type and I say, you know, what is the meaning of life? I actually should get a pretty unique response. Ah, my young friend, the meaning of life is. Uh, the meaning of life is a question that has puzzled many wise minds. Life, as you see, is a journey. It's about finding joy in the simplest. And I have a max tokens. That's cutting it off. So let's actually go into the parameters up here and get rid of this. Let's make the max tokens like 100. Let's see if that works. Now he's still going. So yeah, it's obviously not working well. Let's just get rid of max tokens for now. Let's see how long this actual response would have been. Oh my gosh. So it's working, but it's a very long response. Okay, so it looks like online you can actually adjust the token count, and sometimes it'll get a better in less than 100 tokens. Um, how can I be happy? Should be shorter. Uh, Okay, someone on Reddit, of course. Our Reddit savior. Got GPT to make short replies. How? Huh. Let's see. How to make GPT responses shorter. Um, keep responses. Around 3 sentences. So let's try this one more time. How can I be happy? Okay, this looks a lot better. Pursuit of happiness, all embark on. Happiness you see is not a destination, state of mind. It is found in appreciating the simple the simple joys of life. I'm starting to sound like Roz from Monsters Inc. Wazowski. Cultivating meaningful relationships, nurturing a sense of purpose. So my question for you is, what brings you joy? Yes, this is it. This is it. Okay. This is really cool. So, what makes your heart sing? Let's say I like to dance. Dancing is delightful expression of one's inner harmony. Okay, dancing. I sound like King Kai from Dragon Ball. But remember, young one, dancing is not what draws you to dance. The freedom. This is like a therapy bot without being as sus as some of the other ones. So the next thing that we want to do is kind of change this style. So I would love to do like old handwriting, almost like you're getting a letter from him. So kind of like this Warren effect, which I think the easiest way to do that would be to go to PNG tree and get an old piece of paper. So we could do something. So maybe I take something like this. I love that. Black Friday discount. I know. No. No. I've been duped. Oh my gosh. About to lose it. Okay. That's all I need. And it's kind of cartoony in a way. So let's download this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into Figma and edit it a little bit. So I've got about 45 minutes till I have to be done with this. So you get to see all my freaking video things. Where's the new file? Oh, wait, let me see which one I'm at. Am I making? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create an artboard. Let's just do 1920 by 1080. So we want a height of 1080 and a width of, oh, I did that wrong again. Okay, so that's an iPhone screen, right? And then we want to make it, so this is what our app looks like right now. What we're gonna do is kind of make it look like it's an old-fashioned writing. So let's just drop this on and put it around there. Right above that. So that's good enough. And then, unfortunately, it's looking not as papery and a little more like sus. So, but let's just download this and we'll give it a try. So we're going to go into here and we're going to create a new directory called assets. And we'll call it background paper. And then all we're going to do is the pub spec, we're going to go into assets. Like that. Let's just save that, go back in here. And then let's see if there's an easy way to add a scaffold background color. Scaffold background image flutter. So for the whole page, you can have a stack. Okay, so let's wrap this in a column or in a stack. Image.asset, and we'll call it paper. Right? So we have assets, background, paper, PNG. Oh, whoops. And the scaffold, we want a background color of okay. Colors.transparent. What am I missing here? Media query of build context.size.height. And then I'm just going to copy this. Got width, fit, box fit cover. So got that. What am I missing? Okay, let me file open recent. Home screen, main. Let's see. So that should be it. Assets / background, paper. So what's going on with this? Box fit cover. Let me see something here. So this is that. But let's do image dot asset. Okay, but let's reload it. So let's see, background paper. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. So now, so this is what we got. And I've got this like white looking thing. So let's just go ahead and change that real quick in the chat response block. So deep purple with opacity. I'll say colors.transparent. I'll just say black here. Okay, cool. So now we've got kind of this like old looking thing. Um, and for let's just make some major adjustments. So like for this, we'll call it like Iroh AI. So let's go up and change the title. And then let's see, what do we want? Okay. So let's do I just got to change that color. Is the app bar below that? Where did the app bar go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So scaffold, background color. So we don't want the theme. Let's just do and let's do I think it's called elevation. Oh, since it's transparent, that looks really bad. Let's just do white 30. Is that a thing? Let's do black. Don't like that either. Let's do white 50. And I will say this isn't great, right? Like it could be a lot better, but it is a start. So let's go and find our font real quick. So sure this is fine. Um okay, let's just get rid of that. Let's clear out all the filters. And I want a handwriting classification. And I want it to be bold. I also don't want it to be, let's do like this. Permanent marker. That's awesome. Um, where's the text? So for the text style, we want a font. Let's start with size. We'll do 18.0. Just see how that looks. It's a little too big. Let's do 16. We'll do 14. 16. Family. Font family, Flutter, text style. So let's just get the Google. So I'll show you this real quick. So let's go into the font family. Google font, Flutter. And I'll show you how to do this real quick. So we go to Google Fonts. Um, okay, so that's super easy to use. So we're just going to go in here, take this into the pub spec. We'll get those real quick. And then while that's going, we're just going to take this and we're going to import the font thing into this. So up here, we're going to import Google Fonts. And we don't want font family anymore. We actually want Google Fonts dot permanent marker. And then it looks like in the docs, then you specify all of this. So let's do size. Let's reload this. How can, let's ask something practical, like, hello, should I go to college? So first thing I want to do is the size. We're going to do 16.0. The weight is fine. Style is fine. Then line spacing. So honestly, I think that's fine. Let's load that. I don't know if I totally like the font, but it is like, it's at least a start. I like the idea of it. We'll go with that. So we've got it where basically you can ask Uncle Iroh a question and it kind of looks like he's writing something back. I think what would really make this nice is a text animation that like spits it out, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I think there's probably better things to do, but I do like that you can have a full conversation. One thing that I really want to get rid of is the fact that every time I ask it something, it keeps the old question. So I feel like that would be pretty beneficial to get rid of that. So why did that just go? Okay, that was weird. So that's probably what I'll do next. And I think that's actually in my coding template. So I can go ahead and just see there should be a certain function. So logically thinking through it, when I send a request in main, if I wanted to delete the text after I send a request, then what I'm wanting to do is actually, I would be setting the text editing controller. I'd be removing that. So text editing controller dot clear should work. Let me make sure that's not the same as destroy, but it shouldn't be. Yeah, it's not dispose. And then I want to do the same thing here. Okay. So now we've got that. So what should happen if I ask like Uncle Iroh, if I'm like, hello, actually, sorry, let me reload. So I'll reload this real quick and show you. So if I ask like, hello, Uncle Iroh, should I learn to, I don't know, should I go to college? Let's do that. then what's going to happen is he sends a response and then it actually deletes the text from right here. So then you can just write your next question. And the other thing is it doesn't scroll. So it'll cut off the last part of text. It's like, how will it contribute to your journey? Remember, the journey of self-discovery is important. So this is the cool thing. Like, he asks a question and I can respond. So if it's like, how will it contribute to your journey? I can say, I believe that college will help me make more money. And then the cool thing is he'll actually like build context around that. So like, oh, the pursuit of wealth. It's I'll do my best impression of that. Ah, my young friend. The pursuit of wealth is okay, that's all I got. But oh, I just realized I got a comment. Yeah, so it would be cool to have some writing noise or something. That's actually not a bad idea. I would just have to get a recording for that. So thanks, Elephant. I may look into that. Right now, I'm just getting the bare bones of the app, so kind of a rough feel for it, and then I'm really gonna go in and hopefully make some cool adjustments. Um, but yeah, I think what I might try to do in the little time, I probably got like 20 minutes left. Um, so I may add a little loading icon and then also animate the text so it looks like, it comes out word for word like it does in ChatGPT. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. That's going to be another packet called animated text. And then, oh, whoops, Flutter. So animated text kit. And then it's got some different options, but the one that we want is, actually, that might be the coolest. So we could actually have it. I don't like the underscore. Oh, typer. Look at that. So that would be really cool as a yeah, let's just do wait. So can you the only thing that I'm worried about with this is that with this it's typing and then it deletes it. But I think there may be a way to do it where it just types and then stays there. So let's give that a try. I think it's animated text. Let me check. Let's see real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh, you know what? It's in a different project. Let me open. Okay, so I'll have to figure out, I think, at another time how to type it. Because this seems more like it's to change. But that might make a really cool thing in the future. So let's actually add a loading screen. We'll do that real quick. And that's going to be, we can add a loading screen with a Flutter. What's it called? It's like Flutter Splash or something. Let's see. Okay, so in main, we have components, and I'm looking at some old code from a old project just to speed up the process, but um, let's go into the pub spec. Oh, okay. So we can definitely do that. Here we go. So we have a pub spec here, and it is the loading animation widget. So let's go ahead and add that. And there's all these different options. Um, I think this one's kind of like Avatar-ish. Um, Really, any one of these would be fine. It'd be funny to have something that says like consulting with the spirits or something, you know. But let's go ahead and add this. So yeah, thanks. I'll definitely. That's the one I'm thinking of using. So let's go ahead and add this. Oh, Elephant, do you code a lot, or what do you normally do? Let's see. Pup get there. Nice. I got my computer science degree. I never learned Python. So so I'm actually trying to learn it now. I'm doing some courses for like AI stuff. Um, but trying to play catch up. Sounds like you're ahead of me. Okay. So let's add this, and then I'm probably gonna have to cut the stream. But again, I'm impressed with what we did in, what, an hour, I think. Yeah, a little over an hour. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and add this animation. So okay. Whoops. Okay. And then let's just add this. So one thing we'll have to figure out is how do we render it within the I do. Let me pull it up real quick. So this is actually, I'll show you. This has been a project I was working on to create like a GPT template app. So I just threw that in chat. But I don't actually use it a lot. I'm I'm actually still figuring out like my workflow for publishing code. I just like coding and building apps and stuff, and the whole AI thing for me has been awesome. So I love learning about that and then just sharing whatever I learn online. Um, Let me first scaffold that bar. Oh, that sucks. Um, Let me see if I can. I don't know why that gave a 404. Hold on. Tragic. Maybe I accidentally made it private. See, that's where I'm still figuring out the whole. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see if I can just search GitHub. So this is not me. Hold on. I was just curious. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so I haven't even made that many pushes in a long time, but Netflix responsive UI. That's weird. So I guess it hasn't pushed my guess it hasn't pushed the AI project. That actually sucks because I've been working on that for a while. Um so thank you. You gave me you gave me something to work on. But yeah, I'm just coding AI apps when I can and kind of trying to have fun with it. So let's see if we can get this loading screen real quick before I gotta call it. So let's check out my old code. This is an old project that I did. Um, let's see if we can. So is listening. Oh, I see. That's how you did it. Hmm. Okay. So I only did it there. Um, Let's see how to do this. We can, oh, this is tricky. But we should be able to, when we send a message, we can set the text to be blank. If the text is blank, we display the thing. So I think that's the best way to do it. So when we send a message, let's see, send request. Set state. Messages.add. We'll just say wait. So say waiting for response. And then we'll say remove last. And let's see what that looks like. But first, what we'll do before that is in the list builder, instead of just returning this, we're going to say if contains waiting for response. If it contains that, then we're going to return a container with a row with children, and the children we want to have the text waiting for we can actually say messages. And I accidentally capitalized that. Messages.index, and then we also want the loading animation widget. And which one did we agree on? Let's see. It's the triangle with the dots, right? What did you say? 3 arch circle? Which one is that? Yeah, that one looks cool. We'll go with that. 3 arch circle, color. We'll just do white for now, and then the size we'll do, let's do 20.0. And let's see what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. Hold on. Okay. Of course, it's a semicolon. So here we go. So now let's rerun this. If I say hello, why should I make my bed? So if I ask like, hey, why should I make my bed in the morning? If I ask Uncle Iroh, it should. Okay, so it's got it, but we can just update the padding because it's not with that style. How's it going? Thanks for that. Thanks for the hearts in chat. Yep. So it looks like that's the only thing we would need is just need to update the style of this. So style, and then we're gonna say Google Fonts. How did we do it in this? So looks like best thing to do just because it was small. So go into chat response block, take this Google Fonts thing, make sure we got the right. So text style Google Fonts dot that. So that's the only thing we need to do is Google Fonts dot permanent marker. And I honestly think we should be fine. And then we'll just do a little size box with a width of, and we'll also do this black. So what's going on? So if we do this now, and let's see, like, tell me, have you ever noticed how a tidy space can bring calm sense of clarity to your mind? Yes, but why should I be the one to clean? So we're talking about making beds, but here we go. So sent that. Ah, I missed it. Okay, let's just restart. Why should I work out? And you can see we got the loading thing right there. Boom. So honestly, I think that this is a pretty good place to stop. Yeah, thanks. I'm happy with what we did in like an hour, starting from nothing and getting here. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for the feedback. I'll see you in the next one.